In response to the economic downturn, CEP changed up its grantee survey a little bit. We added a number of questions that tried to get grantees' perspectives on the kinds of communication they'd received from their funders about the funders' response to the economic environment. And we also wanted to know whether they were making changes in their funded work in response to the economic downturn. And what we saw was a little bit surprising. Even at the end of 2009, about a quarter of grantees said they'd heard nothing from their funder about the funders' response to the economic downturn. And what they had heard wasn't particularly clear, received pretty low ratings compared to other ratings on our grantee survey. And that's interesting because at the same time, about half of grantees said that they were making changes in the work that they'd been funded to do. They were adding partners, narrowing or broadening the scope of their work, or changing the timeline of the work that they'd been funded to do. But they weren't necessarily involving the foundations that had funded them to do this work in the decision-making about those changes. And when funders who had been involved, it wasn't viewed to be particularly helpful involvement in considering those changes. So as we think about ways to improve the situation, one thing that jumps straight to mind is that if funders can be clearer about their own response to the economic downturn, it can open up a better channel of communication with grantees about the changes that grantees might be making in their own organizations or in the work that they've been funded to do, so that a more honest conversation can occur between the funders and the grantees.